In this video we are reviewing the best Canon lenses for beginners. To see the price and find out more information on this camera lenses, check the link in the description below. Also make sure you subscribe for more of our latest reviews. Let's get started. At number 5 is Canon F35mm f/2 is USM. How can one ignore this superb lens? The 35mm could rival and give the 50mm prime a run for its money any day. I do have a particular inclination towards the 50mm prime. Yet I have enjoyed shooting with the 35mm just as well. The 35mm gives a slightly wider field of view than the 50mm that was mentioned above. 46 on the 50mm, narrower field of view, compared to 63 on the 35mm, wider than the 50mm. Since both the lenses are designed for the F mount, full frame, they also work on smaller FS mount, APS-C, Canon cameras. But with a slight increase in the effective focal length. Nothing serious, you can always take a few steps back to compensate. Consequently, you can enjoy the tighter cropping that comes naturally. At number 4 is Canon FS 10-18mm f/4.5 to 5.6 is STM. Designed for the smaller APS-C camera systems of Canon, the FS 10-18mm f/4.5 to 5.6 is a landscape lens in every sense. That said, you can also shoot group, architecture and other elements. As a result, the 1.6x crop factor will make the lens effective focal length 16 to 28.8mm, 35mm format equivalent. Furthermore, this lens too comes with STM, stepper motor technology. Each of the lenses which comes with STM AF technology comes with good video shooting abilities. Why? Because the AF performance of the lens works in tandem with the dual-pixel CMOS autofocusing technology of Canon's new cameras. The video AF performance, despite being slow, is consequently precise, which is what every videographer wants. At number 3 is Canon F85mm f/1.8 USM. First of all, this is the ideal portrait length if you are a beginner. Furthermore, this particular 85mm f/1.8 lens is fast, has a good focal length and is cheap. Above all, the performance of the lens is more than satisfactory. Furthermore, the lens mounts on both full frame as well as APS-C cameras. Consequently, on an APS-C camera the effective focal length becomes the equivalent of a 136mm. That is almost a mid-range telephoto lens. Therefore you could use this lens to shoot subjects further away and produce tight crops. This lens is especially relevant if you are using an APS-C camera. At number 2 is Canon FS 24mm f/2.8 STM. The FS 24mm f/2.8 is yet another STM unit which works as a great street photography lens. Street photography requires a slightly wider perspective, in that way the 24mm is a wide-angle lens. But you have to keep in mind that the lens is optimized for smaller image circle of APS-C cameras, and consequently the effective focal length becomes the equivalent of 38.4mm, 35mm format equivalent. It is still wide enough for shooting great wide-angle, and specifically street photography shots. At number 1 is Canon F50mm f/1.8 STM. The F50mm, thanks to Canon's 1.6x crop factor on the cheaper entry-level DSLRs, becomes the equivalent of an 80mm lens mounted on a full-frame camera. That makes it suitable for shooting portraits. A fast wide-aperture portrait lens. If you have a Canon Rebel series camera you would enjoy shooting with this lens. For anyone with an EOS 6D Mark II or any full-frame camera, this is a good entry-level standard prime for less than $140. Overall, this is one of the best Canon DSLR lenses for beginners.